match your jersey.
I don't know if we're wearing those jerseys though.
Oh, dang it. What do you think you're gonna wear?
I don't know. They have a couple different ones, I guess.
Damn, I wish that you could find out.
Fallen allies will redeploy as long as you remain alive. Earn points to bring them back to the action fast. Enemy dropping into the AO. Kill all targets. Go.
Behind you. Oh my god, the other one's down low. He's... No way, bro!
Im bro, bien súbeme.
Oh, I ran out.
Where at?
Wait a minute. You're so lucky.
Under fire.
You down that guy?
No? Down anybody. Here it comes.
Enemy UAV active.
I feel like they dropped elsewhere. Oh, it's not.
¡Ay, me dispara
Nice.
otro! ¡Más!
Oh, there's another one! Right in front of you! Right in front of you! There's one more, Jack. Nice.
At least you're back.
Squad mate avenged.
You said at least you're back.
Another one. Pushing in where we just came from. Sniping.
How'd I miss? Bro.
Go get that armor.
Get Lodi.
Play smart. You have a decent amount of kills. You know? If I die, don't rush for it. Jafia, play your life.
Come here. There's a Lodi that just dropped on me.
Oh.
Right there.
Oh, oh shit. He's right here. He just got sniped at from the other side.
A loadout drop inbound.
Fuck, why did it give me that class?
I'm going this way.
Loadout drop on the way.
Maybe off to our right.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone highlighted.
Top, I think. I can precision it if you want to go up there.
Yeah, go.
I'll go up over here.
Incoming. Be aware.
Anybody? See someone fly in this general
Setting
direction.
rally point.
Someone.
Black market down here.
Oh shit, there's people on me.
On you.
Yep.
Don't run away. Come towards me
Enemy
if you can.
UAV active.
Kids holding dicks next to each other.
Nice.
I got
He
you.
said these kids are holding each other's dick. Guys come behind us.
Gas is moving.
Taking shots.
Oh. Wow.
On me.
He's still right here too.
Yeah, under me, under me.
Enemy right there.
Jesus. Get the shit out of me.
Let's see where this circle goes in a second. Hold on.
I'm gonna grab these plates.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone highlighted.
Oh, this way?
Yeah, I might grab this heli and go to the other side. I'll go back here.
Buy station costs are adjusted.
You wanna get in or not?
No.
Don't get on the
Good
right.
team.
Emergency is about to end.
Get back to
Keep
it.
your head on a swivel. Fire sale done. Prices are back to normal. Enemy UAV active.
Can you make it to me or no?
You're losing ground. Move it.
Oh, I was just fighting some people.
You want me to come to you or no?
I guess I can come to you.
You want me to try to come to you?
No, I just said I guess I'll come to you.
Down the final 10. Come out on top.
Can you grab that big game bounty, you think?
I found the bounty contract. Bounty target is up. Take them down.
You hear me?
Yeah. Your guy is just slowly walking backwards. This is the weirdest thing. You're literally killing yourself right now. That was so weird.
What, in the gas?
Oh, you literally just walked off the top of a roof, like backwards.
Nice.
I show you my screen.
If it happens one more time, I'm getting off.
If you're a small business owner like me, the last thing on your mind is business insurance. But the reality is, it should be the first thing.
Are you watching?
That's what I'm hoping for. Now I need to be pom-poms. That'd be nice.
Like, don't know if there's someone behind in winery. I feel like there. Ooh, I feel like there is. Oh, that's
stay
where they
there.
are. Hmm.
Yeah, it just happened again.
Did?
Mm-hmm. It was doing this yesterday. It was literally unplayable when I was trying to play PlayStation. Oh, you just saw him.
Know how to get out of here though. Wow.
You should have waited for those stims till you're like almost dead.
No, I just hate. I wanted to get in the. Like, honestly, I didn't think he was gonna be that far behind me. I was trying to just get in gas and plate.
Yeah.
Dang.
Alright, well, I'm getting off.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my shit, but
It's not your shit. It's your Wi-Fi.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, and Dylan's on. What the fuck is Dylan doing?
He plays by himself.
No, yeah, he's playing multiplayer right now.
Mhm.
Team deathmatch. That's funny.
Well, alright, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Hey, are y'all using the same lineup as earlier? Or can you find out for me?
We're waiting on one guy to get here, so we might have to not have him in at the start, you know what I'm saying? So bear with us, man.
Yep. Hey, is Mark over there? Can you check and see if he's home? His phone either ain't working or it turned off, and I can't get a hold of him.
Win the game before you ever step on the field. Shop SmasherSports.com for all your baseball and softball needs.
There you go, Jake. Nobody better, Jake.
The other one's the one I wanted anyway.
I never know. Nice, another good inning. Another good inning. Another good inning. Come on. Back in the side. Another good inning. Another good inning.
Bottom of 3, Nitro 12, MIS 6.
What up, Superfly?
Squeeze that Frank.
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile can be good at just $15 a month. So, as Mint's new owner,
Corner.
Introducing Extremes Almonds from Blue Diamond. Good for you.
Everyone.
Somebody hit Whitney. Hit the spider. Run it.
What I got in my pocket. Want one? You want one of the red ones?
I'm just aggravating you.
Yeah, I came up with this. I said, let me sneak up here with Cam so I get some of this fan.
Yeah, that's good, but it's blowing, it's blowing hot air, but
It's blowing something. I'm over there about to die. All right, so I'm gonna give you the other yellow one. So hold on to that one, and I'm gonna have the red one. So you got two, and I got one. All right. And I got some more in the car. That's a long ways up there, so we'll get some more when we go back up there. All right. Huh? Oh, come on. Come on, y'all.
top of 4, Nitro 12, MIS 6. And it's still hot. Yes, sir, it is. What now, Chad? Nah, it's all right. Tiny broke his leg, look.
This is Tuesday weather. It's Tuesday weather for us here.
We live in Florida, and this ain't even. This is
Back in Florida. Where you from, Florida?
Between Gainesville and Lake City.
What town?
Lake Butler.
I'm originally from Lake
Lake Butler.
I drive right through Lake Butler to go home there.
We live in Providence.
I played 7-on-7.
The humidity is terrible. This is a different kind of heat. Every state has a different kind of heat. Georgia has a different one. Good catch, Bondo. Taylor, you want to tag and come get some fab for a second? Oh, okay.
Just cost $1.
Yeah, I was gonna tag you out.
It's just $1.
Tag you.
That's all. That's cheaper than getting in upstairs in Springs.
Now that's true. I'm holding on to this $7 band I got.
Yes, you better. Is that how much it is?
Yeah.
Who knows? Glad just to be here.
That's Silverbacks. That's their name. Hey, what? Do you know what that team is?
Yeah, they won. 24 for 33. 24 for 33.
24 for 33. 24 for 33. 24 is going in for Chris.
Easy, Howie, easy, Howie, easy.
I would also caution Dalvin Cook as well, who has some durability issues. Although both of these guys are talented, we're not saying that. We're just talking about bets here. So for me, I'm staying away from both of them because of durability. I'm going to Joe Mixon, Claudia, because I think the coaching staff with the Bengals, watch that tape from
For the first time this season, the Yankees are here at Fenway Park in Boston. There are 80 games remaining in the 2022 schedule, and 20% of those games are against New York, a team on pace to win the most games in Major League Baseball history. So if the Red Sox are going anywhere, they're going to have to earn it and beat the best. Welcome to NESN's Wasabi Fenway studio. We are proud to be partnered with Wasabi Technologies here at our beautiful studio at the ballpark as we get ready for baseball. Tom Caron and Red Sox Hall of Famer Jim Rice, Baseball Hall of Famer Jim Rice, our own personal Hall of Famer Jim Rice, all the Hall of Fames. Welcome back. We haven't seen you in a little bit.
Well, thank you. You know, that's pretty good. I like that intro like that.
You wait for the big games to grace us with your presence. Yankees are the big game, and they're the big team. This team is right now on pace to win more games than any team in the history of baseball. And again, these things change over the course of a season, but they've gone half a season and kept it going. They are mashing the ball. They are pitching. They got a bullpen. They're a pretty good-looking team.
Well, it started with hitting, started with pitching. You got to score runs in order for the pitchers to go out there and relax and get the guys out. They're not making too many mistakes because they were making mistakes and would be in the situation they're in right now. And plus, they're hitting at a good ballpark. And they were hitting at the right time when other teams were not hitting. And that's how you got the difference between the Yankees and the Red Sox right now.
Tuned up with a 16-0 win at Pittsburgh last night. Then they roll into town. 16 games remaining between the Red Sox and the Yankees. That's the most the Red Sox have against any team in baseball. And a lot of baseball has been played since these teams last met when they opened up the season with a 3-game series at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. You see the remaining numbers against the Red Sox, and between the Red Sox and the Yankees, and we look back at what happened when they met 3 months ago.
And welcome back to Yankee Stadium.
1-1 up the middle, through for a base hit. Here comes Connor Falefa. He is going to score, and this game is over. Yankees win it in extras in 11. Jackie Bradley back and turning, and that ball is gone. The Yankees have won the first 2.
To right field, and it's going to leave the yard. Home run, Bobby Dahlbeck.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. And the Boston Red Sox have won their first game in 2022 as Jake Diekman comes out of the bullpen and strikes out the side in the 9th inning. Can you believe it?
A dramatic win on that Sunday night to avoid being swept at Yankee Stadium. And now nearly 3 months have gone by, and they finally see one another once again. You take a look at the Yankees' record, closing in on 60 wins, the best record in all of Major League Baseball. They don't hit for average like the Red Sox do, but man, they hit for power. 139 home runs, the starters' ERA, one of the best bullpen ERA, one of the best. Alex Cora knows his team has its work cut out for it over the next 4 days.
We able to play in October against them. I think it puts the rivalry back up there, right? You know, it should be a fun weekend here, but this doesn't make or break the season. You know, I mean, their season has been outstanding for us. You know, if we don't do the job, it doesn't break our season. You know, we just got to continue. We got to show up Monday in Tampa and play good baseball. But I think when you start playing in October, like the last few years, that's what really means. You know, it means a lot. And last year in October here, when we played that, you know, wild card game, it's one game, winner advances. That was intense and it was fun.
That was the last time we saw the Yankees here at Fenway Park. That one-game wild card matchup. The place was electric, and the Red Sox, by virtue of the tiebreaker, got to host it, and that was huge because Giancarlo hit a couple of bombs, Stanton, that were kept in the yard thanks to the Green Monster, and the Red Sox really jumped all over Garrett Cole early, chased him in the 3rd inning. It was a complete victory for the Red Sox that sparked their run to the ALCS within 2 wins of a World Series appearance. You know, the Yankees are looking for a little revenge.
So that Wall would give it and then take it away, huh? Of course, I mean, when you talk about the rivalry against the Red Sox and the Yankees, the one at least make the least amount of mistakes. And like you said, the Yankees are not really hitting a lot of home runs, but they're doing small things to win ball games, and that's what it's all about. The home runs are going to come. I think they have in the back of their mind that the home run hitters are going to get their home runs, and the other guys just play your game. Just set the table. We'll get the pitching. We'll get the defense. And when the big guys come up, that's when all the damage is done.
This Yankees offense is being compared to some of the greatest offenses in the history of Major League Baseball. And there's one offense that has always been held as one of the gold standards. 1927 was a long time ago, Jim. Longer than you or I have been around, and that's quite some time. But you look at what they did record-wise, but it was the home runs in a shortened season, right? 155-game season. They did 158 home runs. This team is on pace to have a better run differential, home runs minus home runs allowed. They're hitting home runs, and the pitchers aren't giving up home runs. That'll lead to a lot of good things.
Okay, but things have changed. You think about the quality of pitching right now. You think about the things that when you talk about the other teams compared to this team here, guys are making more mistakes. Guys are not pitching longer. They're not doing the things that the older guys did. You know, everything's just matchup now. We didn't have matchup. You went out there and you went out there and you were going 7, 8 innings. Excuse me, but now you're not doing that. Everything is a matchup. So now you got a matchup where a guy comes out of the bullpen. He's probably not really loose. He's probably not really throwing a lot out there or even on the sideline. That's when he makes some mistakes.
Just last night, look at what they did. 6 home runs, 2 of them were grand slams. Twice they went back-to-back with a grand slam and a home run after that. I mean, they just absolutely pummeled the Pirates last
When
night.
you miss your location is not there, and you got hitters that can make that adjustment. That's what it's all about. Being able to make an adjustment every pitch, not every at-bat, and this is the way veteran players are. They make that jump every pitch, not every at-bat.
Well, good news for the Red Sox. Rafael Devers is back in the lineup tonight. Bad news for the Yankees. Aaron Judge is not in the lineup tonight. They're calling it lower body soreness, giving him a day off. But they've got plenty of pop in that lineup, even without Judge in his major league leading 30 home runs. LeMahieu, Torres, Carpenter, Stanton, Donaldson, Hicks, Trevino, Kiner Falefa, and Joey Gallo batting 9th. Always dangerous, lurking in the weeds on the back end of that lineup.
Yeah, I look at the Judge situation. When you're talking about a guy who got 30 home runs, you think about he should have about 80 or 90 RBIs. So I tell you, the run production is down right there. He hit probably a lot of solos. But still, the main thing what they want to do, they want to win. And that's what it's all about, winning and going out and being the Yankees that they used to be in the past.
It is interesting, though, they come into this game without Aaron Judge in the lineup and without Rizzo in the lineup. So 2 of the bigger bats that most teams would love to have are not in this lineup here tonight. Rizzo certainly done damage against the Red Sox and has 2 home runs in his last 3 games, 3 in his last 5, 7 in his last 16, on and on and on, but not in the lineup tonight.
And the thing about it, he's a fly ball hitter. So when you got a fly ball hitter, you make mistakes, it's going to go out of the ballpark. And we know playing in Yankee Stadium, right field is a jet stream. But then again, Rizzo, those guys can hit the ball out of any ballpark, but when you make that mistake inside, you make it much easier for the hitter.
All right, Josh Winkowski, just 24 years old, an ERA under 2 since he was last recalled from Worcester on June 15th. Now he's going to face a different kind of test with the New York Yankees in town. We've got more before Game 1 between the Red Sox and Yankees at Fenway Park coming up. Red Sox first pitch on NESN is presented by Rodenheiser Home Services. If you want AC for your home this summer, schedule for your free consultation today at Rodenheiser.com. Supplies may be limited, and if you wait until summer, it may be too ace ticket. It's more than a ticket. Garrett Cole, last seen here with a very short start in the wild card game. Ready to go at it tonight. Josh Winkowski has been very good, and tonight will make the start in the first visit to Fenway Park by the New York Yankees in 2022. Winkowski joined me on the TC and Company podcast to talk about it.
Haven't really thought about that too much. My start was kind of up in the air on what day it was specifically for a while. Kind of got locked in yesterday.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday. And hadn't thought, I mean, I know it's the Yankees, but, you know, that'll probably be the first one here that obviously has a little bit of a different feeling to it. You know, whether it's the second week of the year or the last week of the year, Red Sox, Yankees will always have a different feel to it. And then obviously that lineup is at a really good point right now, so probably be my personal biggest test so far. So, but I'm excited for it, you know.
Confident young man, and that's what you want in a pitcher. You can learn more about him on the TC and Company podcast. Download it at NESN.com/podcast, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Subscribe, like. We have great interviews each week. Maybe someday Jim Rice will come on the podcast.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. We're working it. My people will call your people.
Okay, we'll do that.
That's me and you.
Maybe the Hall of Fame. Maybe the Hall of Fame. We'll do the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I like that. We'll do it around the Hall of Fame. We got more on that coming up as well. Meantime, Brian Bayo making his Major League debut here last night. Chris Sale making what will probably end up being his last rehab start down in Worcester. And this is the pitch that got him upset. Should have been strike three. It was called ball four. The number 9 hitter, you can see how upset he is at the end of it all. He has to be taken out of the game at that point. 72 pitches. He leaves with the bases loaded. 5 walks, obviously, is what kind of stuck in his craw. And you see the numbers last night in Worcester. Not the ideal final tune-up you want, though it now looks like he's going to pitch Tuesday at Tropicana Field against the Rays.
But, you know, when pitchers go down to the minor league, it's like the players down there say, we don't care who you are. We're trying to get to the big leagues, too. And you try to get there and say, hey, this should be a little easy run for me. And it's not, because now the umpires down there trying to make a decision to get up to the big leagues, too. And the players are trying to do the same thing. So Sale probably could throw one of the nicest pitches that he ever thrown before, and the guy hits the ball. It's just one of those things. The guys I'm trying to get to the big league, and I'm hitting.
5 walks, though.
Yeah.
That's what worries you. That's command. He's going to have to. He says, I can get that under control with a little bit of work in the bullpen.
Well, the command, you also think about this. You think about a hitter down there. It's got to be really bad for umpire to call a bad pitch or a ball, because normally when you're a young guy and you're trying to face a major league pitcher, you're trying to get hits. You're up there swinging. You don't be taking anything. Nothing walk down there with the mailman. You don't want to walk. You got to hit this guy to get to the big leagues.
That was a tight call at the end. 3-2 pitch with the bases loaded to the number 9 hitter, and we all know how upset he was afterwards. We've all seen the video where he took it out on the TV. Joe McDonald, our friend who covers the Woo Sox for the Worcester Telegram and Gazette, and he says the Chris Sale Memorial Tunnel, I'm not sure they've called it that just yet, but it is all cleaned up and ready to go. Chris Sale talked about all of that today.
Yeah, social media and everything else. You see the post of you having some frustration?
Yeah, it's not the only one. So, happens, right? I wouldn't be here without that, so.
I mean, that's just the fire you're frustrated by what went on in the field?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've gone months without walking 5 guys. Yeah. Especially for a final tune-up start. I expect a lot out of myself. I expect to be who I am. And when that doesn't work out, sometimes emotions take over the best. And hey, Worcester got a new TV out of it.
I was going to say, I understand you made amends out of that and everything else with the TV.
Oh, yeah. It's on its. The boys got.
They got a new TV.
Well, if Sale really had played his cards right, only thing he had to do was go over to the Nest, and they got about 1,000 TVs over there. So
I'm not sure.
Get about 800
I'm not sure we're here to give Chris Sale TVs. I think they use those TVs. It's a TV network.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, he would, you know, go to Best Buy and send one back.
What's your take on that, though, the fire? I mean, you've seen that a million times at the major league level. Were you surprised to see Chris Sale be that upset at the end, or is that just Chris Sale being Chris Sale?
Yeah, just Chris Sale. I've seen guys with Poppy with the telephone and everything else. So guys get really emotional. They out there feel like that they're trying to get back to the big league, trying to do, you know, they're out there doing their best, and all of a sudden the umpire makes a bad call, things like. But like he said, He got upset, not over that pitch, walking 5 batters. That's what he got upset.
All right, meantime, here at Fenway, it was the Major League debut for young Brian Bayo. Some have compared him to a young Pedro Martinez, and that is high praise. And Pedro, of course, is idol growing up in the Dominican, coming out of the Dominican Republic. And the Dominican Academy for the Red Sox ran into trouble early on. Yandy Diaz with a double with 1 out in the first inning off the wall. He gets into scoring position and then is delivered when Wander Franco hits an RBI single off Bayo. Down 1-0 after 1. He would allow 3 more runs in the third, a scoreless fourth, and that was the end of his night. We saw glimpses, 98 miles an hour. We saw velocity. But you saw a young man making his Major League debut, and that happens pretty frequently when somebody does that. Now, Bayo's ascension to the majors after being signed as an international free agent at the age of 18 for just $28,000 is a testament to the work he put in at the Red Sox Academy in the Dominican Republic. It also serves as a great role model for the young players putting in the work there now. That entire group came together at the Red Sox Dominican Academy and had a pizza party to watch his debut. Watch their reaction when he turns an inning-ending double play to get out of a jam in the first. That's sheer joy. That's what the game is all about right there.
And what they're saying is that if he's there, we can get there. And if he was here, he would be cheering for us. And that's what it's all about.
I just love that. Sheer joy, the reminder of what the beauty. These guys are young players, not making much money, trying to make it to the next level. They see one of their own do it. They could not be happy. They couldn't be happier if it was themselves out there.
That's what I'm saying. You know, and the thing about it, they're getting a chance to play. They're getting a chance to see this and watch this. And all of a sudden, I may be in that same situation. And hopefully one day I will be in this situation.
By the way, Brian Bayo will pitch Monday at Tropicana Field against the Rays, staying with the club, getting another turn in the rotation. Looks like Chris Sale on Tuesday. We'll get you all caught up on that in just a little bit. Red Sox and Yankees here at Fenway Park in Boston. Game 1 of 4 coming up on NESN. the New York Yankees rolling into town. It's all presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, the long-term solution for weight loss. Let's get the weather forecast. Checking in with NBC 10 in Providence and all our NSN television partners.
Good evening. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Christina Ernie with NBC 10 Providence. The Red Sox kick off their home series against the Yankees tonight. Great conditions for it with a mix of sun and clouds. We're falling from the middle 70s during the beginning of the game into the 60s. Really comfortable, but we will start to see some increasing humidity through the evening hours. Tomorrow looking pretty good, but we will be dodging a few isolated showers through the evening after we hit those highs in the 80s. A great stretch of weekend, though, in the low 80s for the most part.
Just a gorgeous night for baseball. In the meantime, David Ortiz getting ready to go to Cooperstown, and we're going to tell you how you could join him. Big Papi joins me next. Red Sox first pitch on NESN is presented in part by Berkshire Bank. Where you bank matters. What do you want for Christmas? Ortiz being inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And now the Red Sox Foundation and David Ortiz Children's Fund are raffling off an opportunity to fly with David on his private flight from Boston to Cooperstown and have a VIP weekend at the HOF. I spoke with him today about how this idea came about.
Well, that was an idea that popped up with from the board that run the foundation. And you know me, I mean, whenever it comes down to raise money to save lives, to still save children's life, I'm down with it. I would do whatever it takes, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was a wonderful idea. Whoever win this raffle, get the opportunity, or I get the opportunity to fly with them to Cooperstown. It's a short flight. I think it's like 35-minute flight, but I'm a joker. I like having fun. It's a short ride, but the kid is that, you know, I'm on my way to Cooperstown to be inducted. I don't think many people that are not family members get to have the opportunity to ride to Cooperstown with a person that's gonna be inducted and this and that. I think it was a great idea. But you know what I mean? I mean, whatever is around me is gonna do nothing but have fun and share some story, memory, you know, that those 35-minute ride. And the most important thing, I mean, you're coming to Cooperstown with Big Papi, you know what I mean? I think that's I mean, me looking at it from a different position, I think it'll be fun. I mean, think about this. I'm on a jet going to Cooperstown with Gene Rice, who is about to get inducted. Wow, that's that's a big deal, I think.
I hope whoever wins takes a few days off after to recover. That's all I'm saying, okay? Because you're going to be inside the ropes, all right? So it's the flight Magellan Jets on the private jet. Let you go. You got the ground transportation to the hotel, 3-night stay, tickets to the Hall of Fame. And the great thing is the money goes to not only the David Ortiz Children's Fund, but also the Red Sox Foundation. And I know the Children's Fund has been so close to your heart. It's done so much good down in the Dominican, back here in Boston as well. Tell us a little about the work being done by the hospitals.
It has been outstanding to see. I mean, it is just something that I'm very well connected to it because I come from nothing, man. I come from a family that thanks God I never had to go through any of those type of situations. But when I was a kid, my family can really afford to pay for a heart surgery at all. I mean, if I was one of those children, my family would have been in some deep trouble because when I was a kid, my family can't afford to pay for something like that, and that's something that I really thought about the minute I put this foundation together is to be able to provide because this is serious, you know. I mean, there's a crazy number about how many kids born with a heart issue and more likely from poor family that doesn't have a financial statement to be able to cover those type of surgeries. So I think I'm more proud of doing that than anything else because I'm a huge believer in God and I think God always moves his pieces to be able to provide something like that. So I'm down with that. Plus, there's nothing better than just putting a smile on a child's face. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I love.
All right, you go to RedSox.com/flywithortiz. Deadline extended 48 hours now. You've got until 9 p.m. on July 10th. The grand prize winner not only gets the VIP trip, the ground transportation, the hotel while in Cooperstown, you get to fly on his private plane. You'll also get to host the World Series trophies won by the Red Sox and Ortiz 2004, 2007, 2013 for up to 2 hours at a location within 60 miles of Boston. We'll have more from Big Papi tomorrow, including a sneak preview of his Hall of Fame speech. But up next, speaking of the Hall of Fame, we've got Dennis Eckersley joining us. Talk about Red Sox Yankees and preview Game 1. Red Sox First Pitch on NESN is presented by Rodenheiser Home Services. If you want AC for your home this summer, schedule for your free consultation today at Rodenheiser.com. Supplies may be limited, and if you wait until summer... gorgeous night for baseball. Warm baseball weather and the Red Sox ready to play the Yankees. What more do you need on a Thursday night in Boston? 4-game series. You know what more you need? How about a couple of wins? Let's move on to Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Plymouth Rock Insurance. All right, Fenway Park. Hard to believe we have seen 82 games played, and not one of them has been the Yankees coming to Fenway Park. That's about to change, and it's going to change a lot because 20% of the remaining games between the Red Sox and Yankees loading up the schedule. We're here at the Nessun Wasabi Fenway studio. We're so happy to partner with Wasabi Technologies on this great location before and after the game. Look at the view. How's the view from your office?
Well, let's just turn around and look at it.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
And you know the thing about it, partner? We didn't have to buy a ticket.
That's true. In fact, they pay you to be here. The Red Sox finally going to get a load of the Yankees, and this Yankee team has just been bashing the ball. There's no doubt about that. Good news for the Red Sox lineup, though. They've got Rafael Devers back in the lineup. The lineup, as always, presented by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. You need Rafael Devers, just not the same lineup without him.
No doubt about that. I mean, and you're thinking about when you're talking about the kid, I mean, you don't know how to pitch this guy, and he's learning every day. And he compliment the shortstop, or they compliment each other. And so when you got this kid in the lineup, it just makes the lineup no doubt better.
Well, we've been waiting to get Devers in the lineup with the Vote Devers, stenciling on the back of the home plate area. Now we finally get that tonight, so we'll see if this offense is ready to go against these Yankees. Let's get more from another Hall of Famer. Our view from the booth, presented by Granite City Electric Supply, electrical contractors. Get on board the GCE night train. Materials delivered throughout New England while you sleep. Dennis Eckersley joins us. And upstairs, along with Dave O'Brien, Rafael Devers back in the lineup for the Red Sox, but no Aaron Judge, lower body soreness. So that's a big bat not in the lineup for the Yankees.
I'll tell you what, that's what the gift they have for having a big lead like that, not having to have Judge in the lineup. But this is a guy that's been hurt a lot over the course of his career, and what an incredible season he's having. Hit his 30th home run last night, and Rizzo is not in the lineup, I don't think either, but those two guys and Stanton are really the big boppers in that lineup. But what a year for Judge, and it's in it. This guy's hit over 50 home runs before, and this is his walk year. And boy, he's turned out a lot of money earlier. And this kid, he believes in himself. Is he 30 years old right there? I mean, this is a big time for him, and he's just come up big time for the Yankees. I mean, this guy is one of a kind. He is a monster.
Eck, we know about the home run power of the lineup of the Yankees, 139 homers, but they've only given up 72 home runs, so the pitching has kept the ball in the yard. That differential kind of tells you everything about this team.
Oh, it really does. I mean, you don't have it any better. Their ERA is under 3, 2.9, and you talked about not giving up the long ball, hitting the long ball, but not giving up the long ball. The good rotation that's been healthy all year long. They have guys in the bullpen. Chapman's not even a big deal in the bullpen anymore. They've got Holmes out there, is probably with the best reliever in the game this year. So they've got the whole package. They just need to be, injury-free. And like I said, it's a gift that you have such a big lead because you can have a day off here, a day off there, and try to stay away from injuries.
Meantime, the Red Sox have TBA galore up and down the pitching rotation here. We do know Bayo is going to get another start Monday in Tampa. Chris Sale most likely will pitch at the big league level on Tuesday. Let's talk Sale. 5 walks. Everybody's talking about what he did after the game, but what we saw, 97 miles an hour. You think he's ready to go?
Well, first of all, he's upset. He's a competitor and all that. That was kind of an ugly scene, but the stuff is there. He doesn't walk guys like that. But all you're looking at is his stuff. Fastball's there, always had the good changeup and slider. He's going to be fine. This was kind of an embarrassing experience for him because I don't think he thought anybody was watching when he went off like that. I think we've all had a moment where we've, lost our temper like that. And he's a perfectionist, man. He wants to be as good as he can be, but it was kind of ugly, a little embarrassing. But he's going to be there. This rotation is kind of in flex right now, something we haven't seen before. You hope they can just, get through this. 11 games till the All-Star break. Evaldi will eventually come back, and hopefully Walker's going to be better, and Whitlock, this and that, and things will be okay.
Bayo on Monday against the same team he saw last night. Do you like the fact, or is that a problem here that he's going to face that same lineup?
Well, I tell you what, everything changes when you go to Tampa. It's not Fenway Park in your first big league debut. He was a little too geared up last night, and he didn't have the command. You loved the velocity that he had, but he was almost like a two-pitch pitcher. That high fastball, sinker, or whatever it was, and a changeup that he kept pulling back and forth. So I think being in Tampa, having one underneath your belt, he'll calm down a little bit. He likes to work quick anyway, but I think this one time out is going to help him going forward.
No doubt. All right, good stuff, Eck. Thanks.
You got it.
Dennis Eckersley upstairs. He and Dave O'Brien on the call. Rafael Devers in the lineup. We'll get more on that from Jemai Webster as we continue from Fenway Park in Boston. Red Sox Game Day Live on NESN is presented by... NESN is presented in part by Jordan's Furniture. Shop Jordan's Furniture now, and it could all be free. Visit Jordans.com. Enter Plymouth Rock's Fenway Field Pass giveaway for a chance to win 4 tickets to a Red Sox game, an honorary grounds crew experience, a pregame VIP tour, and a visit with us to the NESN booth. Visit PlymouthRock.com/Red Sox giveaway to enter. Time of 10 presented by my friends at Window World of Boston, the official replacement window of the Boston Red Sox. I'm a customer. You should be too. Let's check in now with Fox 61 in Connecticut and all our NESN television partners.
Good Good evening. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Christina Ernie with NBC 10 Providence. For tonight, while we do see humidity climb, we're still comfortable in the lower 60s with partly cloudy skies. And tomorrow's going to be a nice one as well, with a mix of sun and clouds, middle 80s with climbing humidity. But we may dodge a few isolated rain chances for Friday later evening into early Saturday morning. And after a damp start Saturday, we're heading towards the upper 70s and low 80s. Sunday's my pick, though, in the low 80s. Heads up that next week is going to get hot.
All right, as of yesterday, in phase 2 of the third base all-star voting in the American League, Rafael Devers is leading Jose Ramirez, 58% of the vote, but too early to call. We're not ready to call, even though like 60% of the precincts are reporting. I think it goes till 2 o'clock tomorrow. Does that sound right? That sounds right, I'm told. So let's get more on Rafael Devers, who is back in the lineup tonight. It's Jahmai Webster at the State Street Pavilion.
After a 2-game absence, though he was available to pinch hit last night with back and right hamstring soreness, Rafael Devers is back in the Red Sox lineup tonight and ready to contribute, and feels good, he says, in an important series against the New York Yankees. The Red Sox in the midst of a very important stretch. Monday began a slate of 17 straight games against American League East opposition. So far on that journey, the Red Sox are 1-2, but Devers says he's excited to help change the team's fortune after having a very challenging few days physically.
Cuando no podía ajustar, sabes que a mí siempre me ha gustado tener terreno, dándolo todo de mí, pero ahora volví, me siento otra vez contento. Tú sabes que son cosas que van a pasar, uno no es perfecto, uno se lesiona, otras cosas pasan así.
Yeah, it's always tough. Obviously, I want to play every single day, and not being able to help my teammates out, that's always tough for me. But, you know, I have to get right and make sure that everything is right so that I'm not hurting the team long term. So, like, for me, it's just, you know, being able to make sure I'm ready and I feel 100%, like I said. So now I'm out there on the field.
So nothing serious, though. But how much do you feel like the back and the hamstring kind of just part of the normal wear and tear of a long season?
No, bien, ya me siento bien, gracias.
Yeah, obviously I feel good. You know, my body feels good, and right now just wanted to get my body right. And it did hurt, obviously, to not be able to be out there with my teammates. But, you know, this is an important series for us, and we know what it takes, and we know what we have to do in order to gain ground on this team. And we're just going to go out there, play our best, and try to win this series.
And Rafi has been an Iron Man for the Red Sox this season, along with his teammate Xander Bogaerts. The two are tied for the team lead with 78 of a possible 82 games played for the Red Sox this season, and they missed him over the last 2 games. He's also tops with a .327 batting average on the Red Sox, and he's the top vote getter among American League third basemen for the All-Star game. So fans, continue to do your part to #VoteDevers.
Non-fans can do it too, really. I mean, everybody should do it. Everybody has the right to vote. So get out there and exercise your right. Peter Abraham going to exercise his big baseball brain with us. When we come back, we'll get the latest as the Red Sox and Yankees open up a 4-game set. Red Sox Game Day Live on NESN is presented in part by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. A new Chevy is... Plymouth Rock Assurance. And now the Bostonians talk sports and insurance. Brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Actually, it's just us. Take a look at the Mariners with 116 wins back in 2001. By winning percentage, these Yankees are slightly ahead of that pace, and they tuned up for this series with another 6 home runs last night. Listen to the call from Pittsburgh of the final home run.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Just kind of says it all, doesn't it? Peter Abraham, our clubhouse insider for the Boston Globe, joins us. He speaks for all of us.
That was off a position player throwing 58 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was a second baseman, a grand slam earlier. But, I mean, the point was, the beating just won't stop.
Yeah, I mean, and Pittsburgh had won the first game of that series, too. Right. And then, they get beat like they did yesterday. The Yankees come in here, I mean, if they're not the best team in baseball, I'd like to know who is, because they seem to be doing everything well. Defense, pitching, and hitting.
Let's talk about the power first and foremost, because that's what grabs your attention on a nightly basis. Judge with the 30-year contract drive. He actually is going to get more than they offered. We didn't think that was a possibility, but they're comfortable enough with their lead that they can sit him. They don't have Rizzo, but they've still got a ton of power in that lineup.
Yeah, they do. And Giancarlo Stanton's having, quietly a very good year in Judge's shadow. But we saw this with the 18 Red Sox, that when you're this good, you can afford to give guys days off in the thinking that, we're going to need these guys in October. Aaron Boone's already thinking about what they're going to be like in the postseason.
Amazing you can do it against the second-place team in the division, though. I mean, if they were to even win 3 out of 4 this weekend, you leave town with a 16-17 game lead.
I mean, it's 14, and until the last 10 days, the Red Sox have been playing really well. Yeah. I mean, they had a great June, and they lost ground. It's incredible. And, but you have to look at it like, the Red Sox are playing to get into the playoffs. They're not necessarily playing to beat the Yankees. What Alex Cora always says is we're in the conversation. What conversation they're in is probably not to win the division, to get into the playoffs.
It's never too late, Jim, but it's getting too late to even think about catching. They will have to falter. You're not going to catch them on your own. They're going to have to fall apart a little bit for anybody to catch them.
But you got veteran ball players. When you have veteran ball players, they're not really going to fall for that much, because you can always flip-flop those guys. You can always have a veteran guy, which have been around. He knows how to make the adjustment, so you're not going to really lose anything.
I mean, Aroldis Chapman goes on the IL, and Clay Holmes comes up, and he's the best closer in baseball. That's how good they are. I mean, they seem to have answers for anything that they need.
Garrett Cole makes his return to Fenway Park. Didn't go well last time around. That was the wild card game.
You think he's going to hear from the fans a little bit tonight? I mean, yeah. And that was really, to me, one of the most fun games we've ever seen at Fenway Park. The one-game wild card between the Sox and the Yankees. Garrett Cole was hearing it from the fans as he was warming up. Never mind when he got on the mound. I'd like to think that you'll see a little bit more of that emotion tonight at Fenway, and maybe that'll be something that can lift the Sox.
That's a great point. Can you get back a little bit of that energy, a little bit of that environment? Because most of these players, even guys who've been around for 18 and some of these championships, said it was the loudest they ever heard Fenway.
I mean, I thought so. I mean, you can go back to the World Series in 13, and that crowd was really jacked up. I mean, there was one point Fenway Park seemed to be shaking when Shane Victorino hit that home run. Well, and before that, I thought this was the loudest. That wild card game was the loudest we had heard.
If you go back to the beginning, Nate Eovaldi takes the sign and steps off the rubber for a second because it's so loud.
Yeah.
He's got to sort of. All right, pitching. Nathan Eovaldi isn't here. Garrett Whitlock isn't here. Rich Hill isn't here, and now Michael Wacha isn't here. We know that Wacha is not improving, and Tyler Danish just got added to the injured list with a right forearm strain. So you got TBAs up and down. What's your best guess? We're going to see Winkowski tonight. Would it be Seabold tomorrow?
Yeah, I think you'll see Walker go on the IL and then Seabold return and start that game. And then, they know they've got Pivetta at the end of this series. And then, probably Cutter Crawford on Sunday. That would be my guess. Or if not, starting.
Saturday, right. Saturday. Pivetta goes Sunday. Saturday, right. Or like the other night, where you had Davis go a couple innings and then Cutter Crawford came in. Bayo and Sale Monday and Tuesday. Is Sale 100%? Because he Alex Cora kind of kept leaving that door. He'll pitch Tuesday probably with us.
Yeah, but when Alex Cora says probably, that pretty much means definitely, he tends to tell you if something's not going to happen, he usually says, this won't happen. Was Sale going to pitch in Boston instead of going to Worcester the other night? No. But now when he says probably, I think that means yes.
All right, we'll see how that plays out. Good stuff, Peter, as always.
Thanks, TC.
Peter Abraham with us from the Boston Globe in our Heat Zone. Brought to you by Rodenheiser Home Services. Up to $10,000 in rebates for 2022 when you install new AC and heating systems. Schedule a free consultation at Rodenheiser.com today. Jarren Duran has been hot. Last 8 games, a .400 batting average with 5 doubles and a home run in that stretch, 3 stolen bases as well. He has been a terrific leadoff hitter. And by the way, Kike Hernandez going to be playing some AAA baseball tomorrow for the Woo Sox, working his way back. We've got some emotion when these two teams go at it. You remember this moment last year in the rain? Alex Verdugo gets a little fired up when they play the Yankees. We'll discuss. JB Sashendor Clubhouse Insider Report is brought to you by energy-saving Marvin Windows. Visit jbsash.com.
The powerhouse of
on Lunchline. Join us weekdays at 1 exclusively at NessonBets.com.
The Red Sox lineup presented by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Jarren Duran, who was our Heat Zone selection ahead of Devers, Martinez, Bogarts, Verdugo, Story, Cordero, Bradley, and Plawecki. So you've got essentially your starting lineup out there for the start of this one. That's good news. Our hot take presented by Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage, proud partner of the Boston Red Sox. My hot take is that the New York Yankees bring out the best in Alex Verdugo. He's an emotional, fiery player, and he gets fired up when Yankee fans get after him. This was the second game after the All-Star break last year. Remember that in the rain? Out there screaming at the fans, and they were giving it back to him.
That's why they call it the Bronx Zoo, right? That's what it's all about. Fire him up.
But either you rise to it or you shrink from it, right? And Verdugo clearly gets fired up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you You don't want that to happen, but sometimes it's good that it's happened because that's the type of player that you need something to motivate you, and that's what motivates you.
So opening day and opening weekend down in the Bronx, Verdugo and the Red Sox were back there. A little home run, yeah, I got you right here. I remember you. And then he was pointing to family after. 5 for 11 in that opening weekend. 455 with a homer and 3 RBI against the Yankees.
You know, we always said, like down south, that dog on the porch, leave him alone. You know, you don't want to wake him up. And so this is the thing that, you know, when you talk about some players like myself, if I'm in a slump, I want to be hit. I know you're not throwing at me, but hit me. So it sort of wake you up a little bit so you sort of seeing the ball a bit. And sometimes you need a motivation there that you have a fan to really get on you, and then you show them up.
You've seen enough of Verdugo now over the last couple of years. What impresses you the most about his approach at the plate?
I think being able to adjust, and I think once he knows that he can hit the ball to the left side or go up the middle and don't really try to pull everything, don't even try to jack everything, just go ahead and get your base hits. And when the guy makes a mistake, that's when you turn on the ball.
When he's on, he's a doubles machine.
Yes.
Hitting to the gaps.
Yes, gap to gap. But he knows he can hit home runs too, but don't get up there and just think about every swing as a home run swing.
All right, Josh Winkowski on the mound for the Red Sox. Join me on this week's TC and Company podcast. You should check it out. Interesting guy coming off that performance at Wrigley Field. He said it was an underwhelming ballpark. Stock standard. He likes Fenway. Well, he's at Fenway tonight, and so is Garrett Cole. It hasn't always gone well for him here, including the wild card game last year. Red Sox, Yankees, Fenway Park in Boston. Enjoy it.
You know what's really
come to Yankees tonight at Fenway. The Red Sox and Yankees clash for the first time since opening week. New York has opened up a 14-game lead in the AL East. They come to Boston for a long 4-game series in July. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner is the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Jemai Webster along in just a couple of moments. The Red Sox just dropped 2 out of 3 to the Tampa Bay Rays. They have yet to solve the riddle of how to win inside the division. A look at our Rockland Trust relationship, brought to you by Rockland Trust Bank, where each relationship matters.
Well, we saw this coming for a long, long time. We're back in the division, and look, it has been pretty since we've been in it. 9-18, awful. Lost 2 out of 3 to Tampa recently. The numbers aren't awful, but still, it's just not pretty. The problem is you have 49 games remaining in your division, and you know it's troubling, is what it is. It's darn right alarming. So Yankees are in town tonight, but Devers is back in the lineup. Hopefully, he can get this offense back kicking.
By the way, Yankee stars Aaron Judge and Anthony Rizzo are both out of the lineup tonight. The Yankees will have Giancarlo Stanton and his 21 home runs in the cleanup spot, however. Red Sox and Yankees, it's game 1 coming your way from Fenway in just a moment. Discover Amica Auto, Home, and Life Insurance. Berkshire Bank, all wallets welcome. By W.B. Mason, who but W.B. Mason, delivering since 1898. William Ravis Real Estate, the official realtor of the Boston Red Sox. And by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Game 1 of 4, Red Sox and the Yankees about to have at it. Rafi Devers back in the lineup tonight after missing a couple. And for more on that story, let's get it down to Jemai.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. That back and right hamstring soreness wasn't going to keep him out against the Yankees. He had missed 2 games, which kind of raised eyebrows because Rafi plays all the time. In fact, he's tied for the team lead with Xander Bogaerts, playing in 78 of a possible 82 games. But he's back tonight, and said through translator Brian Almonte, the time off, it was beneficial.
Yeah, obviously I feel good. You know, my body feels good, and right now just wanted to get my body right. And it did hurt, obviously, to not be able to be out there with my teammates. But, you know, this is an important series for us, and we know what it takes, and we know what we have to do in order to gain ground on this team. And we're just going to go out there, play our best, and try to win this series.
You're named a finalist for third base for the All-Star game. If you were to get picked to be the first back-to-back since Wade Boggs, How much does stuff like that mean to you for playing the game so well?
No, bastante contento y más dándole las gracias a todos los fanáticos que votaron por mí, dándole las gracias al equipo y todos los que hicieron. Tú sabes que es algo importante para cada uno de nosotros ir a un juego de estrella, algo uno, vamos a decir, uno hace todo aquí para uno y ahí sabemos lo importante que es para uno.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for the fans that voted for me and, you know, the push that the Red Sox team as well been doing to get me out there. So obviously that's something that we as players, we always want to get recognition for. Playing in the All-Star game is really important for all of us because that just shows that you're the top of the game. So that's really going to be special for me.
That's right. Hashtag Vote Devers to continue doing your part. You can vote up to 5 times daily. He was named a finalist yesterday for the MLB All-Star ballot. He's hovering over Cleveland's Jose Ramirez with 58% of the vote. Well, he'll go head-to-head in the first of 4 versus the New York Yankees against 4-time All-Star Garrett Cole tonight, who he has 4 home runs and 21 regular season at-bats against. Josh Winkowski goes for the Red Sox. David Eck on the mic with first pitch next.
Duncan, New England and Red Sox Nation runs on Duncan. Plymouth Rock, auto and home insurance for Boston sports fans. W.B. Mason, who bought W.B. Mason, delivering since 1898. And by Granite City Electric Supply. Check GCENightTrain.com for overnight delivery throughout New England. Game number 1 between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Eck, it has been a while. You have to go all the way back to the first series of the season the last time these two teams played each other.
Oh, I'll tell you, and it seems like opening day last time they saw the Yankees was forever ago, like it never happened. And it's like start anew with the Yankees. And meanwhile, the Yankees have got a 14-game lead and they're feeling good about themselves.
Yeah, 14 over the Sox and Tampa Bay, who are now tied for second place, and then Toronto 14 and a half back. I think more to the point is the fact that right now, seeing them again, so much of the season has already passed. There are 80 games left, and 49 of them for the Red Sox against the AL East, as you mentioned.
That's a major test for the Red Sox. We saw before the Open now what the record is. They haven't won a series against anybody in their division yet.
So tonight, Winkowski on the mound against the Yankee lineup. As we mentioned, Judge and Rizzo are both out of there. LeMahieu at the top, followed by Torres, Carpenter, Stanton, Josh Donaldson at third base, Aaron Hicks in center. Trevino does the catching. Kiner Falefa is at short, and Joey Gallo is in right field. Against the Red Sox starter, presented by Audi. Visit your New England Audi dealer. Experience the fully electric Audi e-tron today. Josh Winkowski 3-2, 312 earned run average. Pitched well, but took the loss last time out of Wrigley Field.
Here's a look at the Red Sox defense tonight, presented by the Oakers Company. Celebrating over 100 years of service and support, and proud home of TouchView Interactive. Around the infield, third to first tonight. Devers at third, Bogarts at short, Story at second, Cordero at first. Out in the outfield, left to right, Alex Verdugo on left. Duran in center, Jackie Bradley Jr. in right behind the plate. Plawecki catching Winkowski.
The umpires are brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. Toyota's web site for deals. Eric Bacchus has home plate. Fairchild, Lane, Gibson on the bases. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP is brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Visit ToyotaCertified.com and see factory-back used Toyotas right now. And the weather forecast presented by Window World, the official replacement window of the Boston Red Sox. Very pleasant night. Partly cloudy and 76 degrees. Wind is in from left to 13 miles per hour. Aaron Judge, the #1 home run hitter in Major League Baseball at 30, is out with what they're calling lower body soreness. He's missed a little bit of time lately. Didn't play last Sunday either, so keep an eye on that.
Well, they have the luxury to do that. They'll be doing that all the whole second half, because like you said, he's got a history of injuries.
So Winkowski doesn't have to face a couple of guys who have combined to hit 52 home runs. Bit of a break for him. They have hit more than anybody. 139 of them. LeMahieu in. And we are underway on strike one.
Boy, Josh has got to be feeling it. You think about this kid, start the season off in Worcester. And here you are on the mound against the Yankees. This is his first real test.
Little fly ball gently hit to center. Duran on the sprint, now pulls up. Little leap there to make the catch and one away. Yankees coming in at 59-23. They have the American League #1 offense, and they also have the lowest ERA at 2.90.
Yeah, what a combination that is.
So for Aaron Boone, that'll help you make a record of 59-23 coming to Boston in July, and that's the case. Matches their second best '82 game start in franchise history.
Well, they've never seen Winkowski, and he's a strike thrower. Gets a lot of ground balls. Attack the strike zone.
Gleyber Torres, second baseman. .261. He's hit 13 home runs.
After coming off a bad year last year.
Last 5 games, he's hitting about .440. Zipped in there. At 96.
Once again, that's a little hot tamale there, 96. It says a sinker, but that ball carries. See that ball carry the outside corner.
One, two. Matt Carpenter on deck. Yankees also number one in runs scored and in walks. Number 2 in slugging. Number 1 in OPS. Their offense has been a monster. A 2-2. Shot into right. Jackie coming on, makes the play. Man, did he get a jump on it. There are a lot of right fielders who don't make that play. They just don't get there.
Oh, that ball off the bat. You think that ball's falling easily. That's a nice piece of hitting there by Torres. As soon as he hit it, I said, oh no, oh no. And look at Jackie. He goes and gets it in stride. I mean, we see this, we take it for granted, but a lot of guys, they don't even get to that. And he makes it look easy.
It is It's a routine play for him.
Yeah, totally. That's why you think it's no big deal. But off the bat, I thought that ball's falling.
I did too. Carpenter wailing away. Hitting right at 300 with 8 home runs.
What a great find for them with Carpenter, huh? 8 home runs in a short period of time, to say the least.
One of the better stashes in the game too.
Didn't always have that.
He didn't. In his years with the Cardinals. But a good player.
Yeah, Deadpool hitter. A lot of Deadpool hitters. That's why he loves Yankee Stadium.
Who wouldn't? Got a little bit of power. I mean, just a little in there for strike.
There's a changeup, a hard changeup. He just moves the ball around. Nothing serious, you know. Just moves the fastball around, throws a changeup here and there, a little slider.
What he does have, he commands well.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't walk many. He's won 3 consecutive starts after that opener against Baltimore. He's pitched very well outside of that start in May against the Orioles. Shattered bat, a pop-up. Story's already there in right field, and a nice start for Winkowski. Gets the Yankees 1-2-3. BuyAToyota.com, Toyota's official website. For deals, it goes Duran, Devers, Martinez, Bogarts, and Verdugo, Trevor Story. Then Franchi Cordero, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Kevin Plawecki gets the catch. Yankees starting pitchers presented by Amica. Discover Amica Auto, Home, and Life Insurance. One of the best in the business, 7-2. 2.99 ERA for Garrett Cole.
Yeah, they're getting their money's worth with Garrett Cole since they got him a lot of money, but he can pitch. Let's take a look at the Yankees defense tonight. Around the infield, third to first, Donaldson at third, Kiner Falefa at short, Torres at second, LeMahieu at first, out in the outfield left to right, Stanton in left, Hicks in center, Gallo in right. Behind the plate, Trevino catching Cole.
Tall task against a guy like Cole. The Red Sox have had success against him at times, particularly here at Fenway Park, where he's just 1-3 with an ERA over 5.
Yeah, can give up the long ball occasionally. 14 home runs this year he's given up. See that fastball from 95 to 100.
Also a slider, cutter, change, and a curveball. Duran has seen him 4 times, has 2 knocks off him. And quickly 0-2.
Or giddy up.
Red Sox have lost each of their last 3 series and need to right the ship. And have to do it quickly inside this division. As X said, 8 series losses against the AL East. That's every one of them.
Boy, isn't that alarming or what?
Truly.
I mean, that's hard to do. The fact that you've got so many games left in your division, and Baltimore is, they're not lambs anymore.
They're only 5 games under 500.
Right.
They're in the basement, but I mean, they're a tough out.
That used to be. What, 15 out of 19 when you play against them?
Yeah, that was in the bank.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Hard to say you're going to be playing in October if you can't do a whole lot better in this division. Seeing these guys a ton in the coming days.
Oh,
and down he goes.
My goodness.
That was 98 to strike out Duran. And 1 away. Well, great to see Raffy. Devers back in there. He's about to dig in.
But that's hot right there. Right down Broadway was some giddy up. That ball jumps.
Raphael 327. 17 home runs. Vogt Devers right there behind home plate. As he said before the game, he's very thankful. for the fans who have voted for him. Looking to go to his second All-Star game.
Backdoor slider. There, but you know, without Raffy, that's a big hole. The last 2 days, I kept saying, when's Raffy coming up?
Yeah, you keep looking at the dice, like, where is he?
Because everybody fears him. I mean, there's no doubt about it. One of the most feared hitters. In all the big leagues this year.
Total game changer. And Cole knows that too, because he's hit 4 home runs off him.
When he hits it, it's out of the ballpark. Five for 21 with 4 jacks.
Did it on opening day in the Bronx.
Boy, low paint. Nasty 98. Throw more cutters this year, they tell me.
One, two. Would not chase it. Cole had no decision against the Sox at Yankee Stadium. On opening day, went 4 innings, 3 runs. This is 17th start of the year. Said 4 games where he's fanned 10 or more. Off speed downstairs, went with a changeup.
Flirted with a no-no. A couple starts ago against Tampa. He has great success against left-handed hitters. They're only hitting a .134 left-handers.
Walks him. So Raffy in his return to the lineup will take ball 4 right away. And the Red Sox have a base runner for JD Martinez.
Raffy very selective that at bat. This is a guy you got to get going. He got a couple hits yesterday. No, his last time up, he got an RBI base hit.
3 hits the day before.
Yep, Tuesday, including a couple doubles.
But we haven't seen that boom.
Yeah, sitting there with 8 home runs, 34 runs batted in. He needs a hot streak. .99 with that Swifty.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good out there.
JD 259 lifetime against him. Does have two home runs against Cole. Raffy on at first. Hits that spot again. At 98. If he keeps doing that all night.
It's one thing throwing 98. It's another thing dotting the corner with it.
Bogart's on deck. The 0-2 pitch to Martinez.